Starting with news coming in from the Indian capital, multiple government websites are down hours after the Indian Defence Ministry website was hacked and users were directed to an error message. It was initially suspected that hackers from Communist China were behind the hacking, as Mandarin characters appeared on the Defence Ministry website, but soon more government websites, including those from the Ministry of Home, Labour, Sports, Culture and Parliamentary Affairs, also became inaccessible. Government sources were quoted as saying that the websites had been taken down as a precautionary measure. There were also reports that there was a hardware failure at the National Informatics Centre. Hackers have been targeting Indian government websites in the past as well. Last year, the Ministry of Home Affairs website was taken down temporarily after a cyber attack. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman tweeted that action was being taken and the Defence Ministry website would be restored shortly. Let's go straight to my colleague Aisha Sindhu, who's joining us from the newsroom. Aisha, it doesn't sort of add up what the government is saying. If some websites have been taken down as a precautionary measure, why not websites of other ministries?
Absolutely. And the question of the kinds of ministries also, Palki, at the risk of repeating you, I just want to take you through at least 7 websites that I personally have gone through to ascertain whether they're up and running. That's Culture, Law, Sports, Home, Defence, Parliamentary Affairs and the Labour Ministry. All these websites are giving us errors when we're trying to access them. The government says that there's some sort of hardware problem. They've taken the sites down to do some sort of maintenance work. But remember, the Defence Minister herself had tweeted initially saying that the Defence website had been hacked and they were looking into the matter. Additionally, we can't forget the fact that Chinese letters, Mandarin letters have appeared on the Ministry of Defence website, and Pakistani hackers are known to attack or cyber attack, carry out cyber attacks on Indian websites, Indian government websites. The NSG website has been hacked in the past, and derogatory language was used as far as the Indian Prime Minister goes on the website back then. So you're definitely spot on when you say that the math isn't adding up. We're trying to figure out if this is really a routine maintenance exercise or there's more than meets the eye at this point.
Right, and hacking per se is worrying, Aisha, but would you say that anything has been potentially compromised? Because these are websites, they could have been accessed by everyone. I'm assuming that sensitive information was not there in the first place.
Well, the thing is that, it's also a prestige matter, Palki, for important websites like your Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Defence to return an error page. Just doesn't really look that well or look that good on, Indian security features when it comes to these websites. Already the government is on the back foot, going after, on the back of allegations that there aren't adequate security measures when it comes to its online presence, when it comes to, for instance, Aadhaar databases. So there is this firefighting that's going on by the government to assure people and citizens that there's absolutely nothing wrong with the security measures in place. At a time like that, for something like this to happen, for at least 7 websites, I was still checking when I came to, give you this report, whether there are more websites that might be down, and this might just not be some sort of maintenance exercise. It just doesn't look that great for the Indian government.
Right. Aisha, thanks very much for joining us with that update. So this is still a developing story.